Welcome to In the Clutch Sports Talk and More podcast. Joining you live on Facebook, Sharita Shownuff Miller,
What's up, Daryl?
T Will.
What it do, baby? What it do?
Man, you look like you at a mansion somewhere.
Man, I'm down here in Florida, man. Down here in Destin, Florida, on the beautiful beaches, man. Celebrating my wife's 50th birthday, man. So we down here campaigning a little bit.
Oh, shoot now.
Yeah, that's gonna go right into our first topic. We're discussing this vacationing during this pandemic. I don't do a lot of traveling anyway, so I'm probably the wrong person to be speaking on it. But I had something scheduled in April and wasn't able to attend it. It was our military. We was having a military reunion in North Carolina, and we had to postpone because of the COVID. But Terry, this like your second or third vacation, ain't it?
Since we started.
Yeah, look, man. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm a firm believer of God, man. Look, you just got to go out there and do what you can do and be careful. I mean, you got this stuff is all over the country. So, I mean, you got to live life. Don't let life live you. So I'm out here. I've been fortunate, been sanitizing everything down, been wearing a mask and all that good stuff. So I'm blessed. I'm covered by the blood, so I'm good.
Wear your mask. I don't believe you. Where your mask at?
Well,
I know what you've been holding up to your mouth. It's a bottle.
Yeah, you're right, Sharita. And that ain't none of your business. That's none of your business, and it is not the topic. But look, on a serious note, down here, I did not know it is not a requirement down here in Destin to wear a mask. I mean, we've been going quite a few places and on the beach and everything, and I've been noticing that nobody is wearing masks. So, it prompted me to ask a few people just, walking around or just sitting out on the balcony or whatever, and it's not mandatory. I mean, they said that they would suggest that you wear one, but they cannot make you wear a mask down here. So after doing that, I did a little research, and then I got one of my nurse friends that's down here with us, and I was asking her, and from what she tells me, that it's not a rough hot spot down here in the Destin, Pensacola area. It may be a little bit farther down, but down here, it's not as bad as what people think. So again, go out there and live your lives and vacation. I'm not telling you to do it without being safe. Wear your mask and do all that, but you still can go out there and live and have a good time and just have fun. And that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta live your life.
I'm with you because I'm going to Tampa at the end of the month.
Well, like I said,
braver than me.
But see, that's what I'm saying, man. You always a pessimistic. I'm the one that looks at the glass half full. You're the one,
Right.
you petty Betty. You're the one that likes to look at it half empty. You got to get out there and live your life, man. You got to do something. Because guess what?
That's not a
If
true
something
statement.
happened to you,
I am an optimistic person.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you can be out there, man. Look, if something happened to you today, they're going to apply for your job. They're going to apply for your job the next day.
I'm irreplaceable.
So
I understand what you're saying. It just seemed like it's a little soon now because you saw where it seemed like at one point the numbers were going down, and now it seems like in certain areas they're starting to go back up, which is cause for concern to me because, I thought we opened up too early in the first place. I think if we would have just had a hard shutdown from the beginning, we might be over this by now. And even in some other countries, like I know in Spain, their numbers are higher than they were in April and May. I think I heard them say. So look at Memphis, Tennessee, man. Even though I'm down here, I've been keeping up with the hometown, man. I'm reading that they closed about 4, 5, 6 different clubs, including Love, because of that big party down there with John Morant, the little all-white party. I heard the line was down the street, man. So it's a lot of different places. Yeah, so I've been hearing a lot of places that's recently closed down. I also heard that it's a possibility that our Tigers
2020 season may be in jeopardy because they had 20 people that supposedly have the virus. I don't know the details behind all that, but if it's
Well,
because of negligence.
the initial story was something about a party bus, but some of the players have come out and said that there was no party bus, there was no big party after the game. They seem to be pointing to Arkansas State, saying that Memphis did, followed all precautionary efforts, and they're questioning did Arkansas State do the same thing that they did, which was the question in the first place, because when you got a big university like Memphis versus Arkansas State, I'm sure Memphis got a little more money than them and able to do those tests like this. So those smaller schools, that's just what you're gonna run into. So that's kind of like the chance you're taking, I guess you want to say.
Yeah, but that's the chance you take. That's my point. We're talking about you saying going out of town and doing all that type of stuff. Look at the issues that we have in Memphis. Memphis is bad there. So my point is, it's going to be bad just about everywhere you go. You're going to see that everywhere. You still going to have to do the same thing you would do right here in our hometown. Stay safe, wear your mask, stay sanitized. It's the same thing. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
So do you feel like I'm gonna ask you this, Sharita? You sent me the picture of the inside the club. Do you think it would have made a difference if they were wearing masks? Because I looked through the picture, I didn't see anybody with a mask on.
I don't think so in that type of setting. I think like if we're doing like what Terry's doing, Terry and a select few are out and they're enjoying themselves. But if Terry and his select few go into a club that's full of people and nobody wearing masks, then I think that's a problem. They're being safe by just having their select few there with them. Just like when I'm going to Tampa, it's gonna be a select few, and we're gonna do what we do, and that's gonna be that on that. But for what a lot of people are doing, they ain't even trying to social distance. They're not trying to wear no mask. I don't know what I don't.
Yeah, and we're being proactive up here. We got our own beach house. We all went in on the groceries, so we're doing 95% of our cooking here. The only time that we'll be out is if we sit up there and go over there to the beach. And even when we did that then, there was at least 10 to 15 feet of space between the next person that was on the beach. So that goes back to my point. If you do everything that you're supposed to do and everything that's in your control, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, that's how it's supposed to be. I guess that's how it's working down there in the bubble with the NBA, and they're in Florida, so it's working for them. So I understand what you're saying. I don't know. I'm just me personally. I'm just not ready for it. I think maybe in another couple months or after this second wave, because they're saying we ain't even went through the second wave, and now they're saying flu season coming up. So now you're dealing with, you don't know if you got the flu, you don't, not with, I take it back. You'll know if you got the coronavirus, because that joke a little bit more powerful than the flu. So,
Sharita, he's so negative. We're gonna start calling him Petty Paul. He's just so negative and down. Even before we didn't have this pandemic, Daryl wasn't doing nothing, man.
But he makes a point, though.
Daryl will sit up there and watch paint dry and go to smiling,
But
I think I said at the beginning of the show, I had a trip planned to go to North Carolina. So what you're saying is not true, sir.
Okay.
I understand what he's saying, that we haven't went through the second wave, and it is coming because flu season is upon us. It starts next month. So I get what he's saying, but like I said, we being careful and doing what we're supposed to do, then we minimize our risk. So, hey, it's to each his own. I think what we should do is take some calls from people and see what their thoughts are on this. Are they still traveling? Are they still going to, different places? I mean, because we still got to go get groceries. We still got to go to work. I think I only stopped going to work maybe a month when it first hit. but because our office doesn't house so many people, we can social distance, you know.
Yeah.
So we've been back in the office. So I'm wondering, you know, what are other people doing? So let me ask y'all, what are y'all doing? Y'all traveling? Y'all staying at home? What you doing? Give us a call at 901-730-6955. 901-730-6955. Give us your thoughts on it. So, but Terry, what y'all doing today?
Well, we left the ladies at the house to sit up there and lounge around because, like I said, yesterday was my wife's 50th birthday, so let's just say we drank a little bit last night. So while they're recovering, we went down there to the store, a couple of friends of mine, and we got about $300 worth of crab legs. So we got some shrimp and some fresh seafood and all that stuff. That's all we're gonna do today.
I can't wait. Oh, I love seafood. That's all I eat.
And
Darren, do
it's
we
so
have a
cheap.
Hello?
caller?
Yeah, we got a call on the line. Hello, are you there? All the way from North Carolina. We'd like to welcome to the show a good friend of mine, Natasha Patterson. How you doing, Natasha?
We can't hear her.
Y'all can't hear her?
No.
No,
I
Now
don't
we
know
did
what's going
sound
on.
check. We did a sound check, y'all, before. He
evidently,
forgot what buttons he supposed to be pressing.
evidently he didn't.
Terry, don't start there. Can you hear them, Natasha?
Can you hear us, Natasha? Can you hear us,
They
Natasha? We cannot hear
she can
her.
y'all can't
We
hear her, but she can hear you.
we cannot hear her.
I
Well, while
don't
she
know what
doing that, just tell her to type what her question is, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
What is her question? Welcome,
she was
Tasha.
real. She said thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for what?
She
Just put it
said
on.
she ain't really got a question yet. She wanted to comment on vacation and while
Put it on speaker.
hold on, let me see if that'll work. Okay, say something now, Natasha.
Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can. How you doing?
Nope, they still can't hear me.
Yeah, they hear you.
Oh, they can hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you.
Now she's just not gonna be able to hear us. You're gonna have to tell her what we saying.
So you can't hear
Hey,
them then?
Nope,
I'm gonna
I
have to
can't hear
find me
them.
another part-time job.
Just tell her go ahead with her comment.
Nope, I can't hear anything.
We're gonna figure this out on the spot.
Tell her to go ahead with her
I was
comment
trying
though.
to get to your podcast on the computer.
Okay, just go ahead with your comment.
Well, you guys were talking about vacationing during the pandemic.
Right.
I went on a vacation to the mountains, so we just made sure that we stayed with just our group. I think if you do stuff that are kind of outdoorsy things, then that helps you still be able to get away and be safe. That's all.
Okay, well, thank you for calling in. We're gonna try to fix these technical difficulties because I did want to have a conversation with you because this guy was saying that I don't travel, and I wanted you to make sure you let him know that we had plans for April, but because of
April.
yeah, because of
Because of the COVID, but you still, yeah. By next April, the ban will be lifted, and so you can show them that you'll travel because you'll be coming to North Carolina.
exactly.
Oh,
Well, thanks for the call.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
It just goes to show you, ladies and gentlemen, you can do all the sound checks, mic
in the
check,
world.
sound check, phone check. We did all of that before the show, and as soon as you go live, it's a totally different ball game.
Because it
Well,
was like,
ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't part of that sound check, so please, if you write it in your blogs or you put it out there on Facebook, T Will didn't have absolutely nothing to do with it. I don't know anything about it.
Well,
oh,
here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. We're a team, so if one of us go down, we all go down.
Terry
Okay,
said no, no,
I
no.
see. I see. We got an individual on the team. That's fine.
So
Look, go ahead.
go ahead.
No, I'm gonna give you the floor.
No, I was trying to just sit up there and see what you want to, comment on the young lady caller that just called in. You know, I couldn't hear her all the way, but can you sort of, tell the audience again what her comment was?
She basically echoed what you said, that she went to a mountain retreat, and it was basically her and the people that she was with. They maintained, they kept their mask on and they did all the safety precautions. Pretty much stayed away from the other people, or social distance and everything. She said you got same thing you said. You got to live your life. You can't just stay at home. You just got to go out, but you got to be safe while you're doing it. So that's basically what she said.
Very smart comment. Very smart comment. I like that.
Yeah, I got some smart friends.
Song.
Yeah, I got some.
I'm just saying,
Some of them.
great minds think alike.
Yeah, I try to hang around people that think great. I don't know what the
Okay.
hell I'm doing around you. Uh,
Once again, y'all, the number to call in, voice, we gonna get this right, but the number is 901-730-6955.
yeah, if somebody can call in so we can try this thing one more time, I'm gonna let you come straight on the line. We ain't gonna screen your call or nothing. You coming straight on if we can get you on.
You on
Everything
there?
plugged up. I don't know what happened. Chris Robinson, what's up?
What's up,
Chris,
Chris?
you gonna have to get Chris gonna have to get a T-shirt. He don't tuned in all our shows, so we're gonna have to make sure Chris get one of these In the Clutch T-shirts when they come out.
That's right, and that's gonna be something that happens, people. The more you tune in, we have things that we're gonna give away.
It ain't gonna be money.
Nah, we ain't give away no money.
No,
Well, I'm glad Mr. Robinson is watching, because he down here with us enjoying the scenery and all the festivities and everything. Yeah, he down here too.
I should have known.
You should have known by his beach picture.
Man, that's my guy. He better log on and support.
No doubt.
And while you're trying to figure out and wait on this phone to ring, let me also let people know that there will be opportunities for advertising coming soon, very, very soon, possibly by the next, live. So you all send us an email, or you can, inbox either of us, or inbox In the Clutch if you would like to advertise. We do have advertising opportunities here.
Yeah, y'all better get in now.
Right. Because,
you better get in now. Still working on this phone issue. I mean, I guess we can talk about. I forgot the list of everybody that had to get shut down because, and I don't think it was necessarily they got shut down because they were open. I think they weren't following all the guidelines.
Right.
They weren't following guidelines.
So that's different from just closing down. And then we had some more that were following the guidelines. So if you got that list, Rita, shout them out. Hold on 1 second, y'all.
We have a caller.
We hope you're on air, man.
We cannot hear her.
They can't hear you. I can hear you, but they can't hear you, which is befuddling to me. I'm trying to figure out why is it that they can't hear you.
Because what did you do before? Did you write it down? You said you was gonna write it down. You didn't write it down.
I got everything. I got it. I got the volume up. I got
Ladies and
everything turned up.
We're looking for an audio person.
We need an audio technician.
Anybody got an audio person? Please submit your resume to that email.
Yes.
Chris Rock.
What is it?
You still can't hear them.
He cannot, because we can't hear him. You're gonna have to put him on speaker.
He's trying to look at the podcast and hear himself at the same time. Hold on, let me put you on speaker.
Tell him he's gonna.
Then he ain't gonna be able to hear y'all.
Just put him on speaker.
Chris Rock, say something to the people.
Okay, can y'all guys hear me now? Can y'all hear me now?
We can hear you, but you ain't gonna be able to
Yeah,
hear us.
they can hear you, but you can't hear them. We'll have this problem situated by the next show.
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for these amateurs that's on the show.
You don't have to apologize for
What's going
me.
on, good people? I can see all y'all. Y'all can hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hear all three of y'all.
You can hear us now, Chris? Chris, you can hear me?
Okay, just
No, he can't hear me.
Well,
Anyway.
we gonna have to shut down let's shut down the phones and let's get back to what we gonna talk about.
We appreciate you calling, Chris, and we'll get all these technical difficulties figured out. But we'll holler at you. Enjoy the rest of your time and be safe down there on the beach with Ted.
all right,
All right, man. Appreciate you.
all right.
Look, I have someone that's saying that they're on YouTube and it's only letting them view previous shows. Why can't they see the live show?
Because we ain't
Because
streaming live to
the live show
YouTube.
is through Facebook. It's not. It ends up going back to YouTube once the show is over with. So you can't see it live on YouTube. You can only see
Why can't
recorded
we
shows.
show both at the same time?
Huh?
Why can't we go live on both at the same time?
You got to ask the CEO that to your right.
Look, we all new to this, so don't act like I don't know. I will check into it though.
It's called plausible deniability. It's called plausible deniability.
You call it what you want to.
Go to the YouTube and make it go live.
What? I don't think I have that. I don't have that capability right here. I think I got to make it go live from StreamYard.
On your phone. Okay, we're not gonna have this conversation right now. We're gonna talk after that.
Let's go on with the rest of the show. What we talking about next?
You got them food place reviews showing up.
I have the ones that were shut down, who were not following the rules, and that was the Indulge Lounge on Winchester Road. It was In Love Memphis. We know about that one on Winchester. The Dubai Hookah Bar. What is this? Menu Club, whatever that is, and Height Lounge. But they all were allowed to reopen once they showed that they could follow the rules and, do what they were supposed to do, because I know a couple of these were open last night.
It's called being selfish and it's greed. That's all. Those are the first two words that come to my mind, because like I said, if you don't care about yourself, that's one thing. But when you don't care about others and their well-beings and the elderly, the younger kids, it's just selfish. That's all you can call it.
Okay, I have a comment, and I know she was probably trying to call in. This is from Priscilla Guy. She said she was going to go into the club during these times. She said she's seen several packed clubs. They closed down a few last weekend. And her question is, are you guys comfortable clubbing? Is there any difference with clubbing, restauranting, vacationing, shopping, and the same? That's a good question. What's the difference?
Well, I haven't clubbed in over a year and a half. So, like I said, I'm a newlywed and I'm married now. So I don't think I should be there in the first place. But even if I wanted to, the desire is not there. And especially with this pandemic going on, I mean, that's even more reason for me not to want to even be around anything like that. So I just wish people get it. I know it's hard to stay in the house, and it's been going on a long time, but this is the new norm, people.
Yeah.
This is the new norm. You need to adjust and and think about it. I've had a lot of friends that have passed away. Not over the course of the last 2 weeks, I've had 4 friends during this entire year. This is probably the worst year I've ever experienced. So, and a lot of us has ever experienced. So, if 2020 don't make you a believer, I don't know what will. So, I don't know what else to say outside of that.
Well, I just think that because she asked what the difference was. I think the difference is that in these clubs, it's just a centralized space. Like you're in a beach house. You can move around. There's enough room for you all. And like I said, y'all good. Y'all know that each other's status and all of that. So y'all are good. But in a club, I'm in with all these different people. Y'all know we got people who know they have COVID and are still out here in these streets, going to the club, going to the grocery store. Those are the people that you have to worry about. The selfish people who know they have COVID and are supposed to be what's the word, child? What they supposed to be doing?
Quarantining,
Quarantine.
self-quarantining.
Yeah, self quarantining, and they're not. They're just not doing it. And that's the worry that you face when if you want to go to the club.
Hold on 1 second. Can y'all hear Chris?
No.
No.
Well, I was trying something and that didn't work either. All right, Chris.
Man,
Appreciate
can
that.
we
I
go?
was trying to call you back. I thought I had you online.
Uh-uh.
I'm
And
Well,
just troubleshooting over here.
for those of you who cannot get through on the phone, if you would just type your comment, I can read it out and we can do it like that. But yeah, that's what I think that's just what the big difference is. Because you do hear people say, well, why can't we go to church? If we can go to, this, why we can go to Walmart, why we can't go to church?
well, like I said, if you practicing your self-distancing and you're 6 to 10 feet and your face is fully covered, and I'm not just talking about your mouth, I mean all the way up to your nose, and you stay sanitizing and washing your hands for at least 20 seconds each time you do it, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. Trust me. You follow that routine, you will be fine. For
Let me
those,
put out a disclaimer. Uh, that alone still will not make you fine.
well, I don't mean fine, but I mean you. What I mean is you've done
Yeah,
everything that
tell
you
us
could
what you really
possibly do.
mean.
Well, I'm trying to, if you let me talk. So what I'm trying to say, Shonuff, is that if you do these things, your chances of contracting it will be very, 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 very low.
Low.
Unless you have some, a low immune system or something like that, your chances are low. There's nothing 100% proof. But again, if you follow those procedures of what they're asking you to do and you do it, your chances are very, very, very low, is what I meant.
hmm Well, we have a couple of comments. Monica Pilot says a lot of people are not taking it as serious as they should. That's true. Also, we have Tarita Watson saying people are just doing what they want to do, and that's the truth. That's what we have to worry about. The people who just don't care.
Well, those people should be reprimanded, in my opinion.
hmm
I mean, if you're not following the guidelines and all that type of stuff, you got to make an example out of people. I'm sorry. Uh, I'm a disciplinarian, been like that all my life. So if you're not doing nothing and you're affecting the health, and like I say again, not you, but of others.
Right.
We can't tell you how to live your life and all that. We can only sit up and say, if you do this, your chances are minimal and all that. It's ultimately up to you to make that final decision. But when you affect other people in their health and them taking things back to their families, you got people that still stay with their parents that are elderly. That care for their parents that are elderly. You got smaller kids. Even though I know, a lot of the younger generation are up there in the stats of catching this stuff, but for the most part, I don't want to be the one responsible of taking this stuff back to my elderly mother, elderly father, and kids.
Right.
You know, and to me, that's premeditation of doing that. So if you know you're sick, or you know you're not properly doing the guidelines, then you're one of the ones that I'm talking about.
But don't you enhance the chance of that happening by traveling and going different places?
How many times I'm gonna have to tell you, Daryl? I mean, you know, everybody ain't gonna stay in the house like you 25, 8 days a week. And everybody's not like you, Daryl. Some, you know, you got people that like to travel. I like to travel. I go on 4 or 5, 6.
That wasn't the question I asked you.
Well, what's your question?
I mean, I said, don't you think that traveling and doing all these other things enhances the chance of you contracting it and taking it possibly back to somebody else? I mean, I'm just.
Have you been listening to the last 20 minutes of the show? I've been telling you, you know, you're out of town, what we're doing, the precautions that we took when we decided on this trip months ago, that we weren't going to do any shopping. We weren't going to be around a bunch of people. We're going to be in the self quarantine.
Did you go out to eat today?
Secluded. Excuse me?
Did you go out to eat today?
Yes, I did. And I did have my mask. And I did have my mask.
Did you prepare the food? Did you prepare the food?
No, I didn't prepare the food.
Okay, so if you didn't prepare the food, you safe with your mask on, but you don't know what that person in the kitchen doing.
The same thing in Memphis, Tennessee. No matter where you are, you're gonna have it.
I ain't saying I'm not. That wasn't that. You see now you changing what I'm saying. You're not in Memphis, Tennessee,
dude. No matter where you are,
and abroad.
Somebody is preparing the food. Go ahead, Darren.
I'm saying here and abroad.
Hello. I mean,
I hear you, Sarita.
Okay, well, take me off screen. Off.
I'll take you off screen. No, what I'm saying, Terry, I mean, I'm not saying don't go nowhere, don't do this, don't do that. What I'm saying is, when you go out, whether you're here in Memphis or you out of town or whatever, it's a greater risk of something happening by you being exposed to other people than it is if you are more secluded and just to yourself. And I'm not saying that means that everybody should just stay at home and not do anything, but I'm saying at the same time, you have to realize you're taking a chance when you go out, whether it's to Walmart, whether it's to the club, whether it's to a restaurant, whether it's out of town. It's a greater risk if you're exposing yourself to more stuff. That's all I'm saying.
Well, the same stuff I'm exposing myself to, we going down here and eating oysters here. If I was in Memphis, Tennessee, I'd be at Pearl's Oyster House. Somebody's going to be cooking the food there. Somebody's cooking the food here, no matter where you are in the United States. If I go to an oyster place, somebody's going to be preparing the food. If I do what I'm supposed to do, and I got my mask on until it's time for me to eat, I'm sanitized properly, you can't do nothing but pray and go head on. Because if that's the case, you have to shut down all the restaurants in the whole United States. So I don't get your point, but again, it's no greater risk. No, there's no greater risk.
You might not agree with it.
Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, I'm in the beach house right now. Ain't bothered nobody. Enough room for all 10 of us in this beach house. No problems, no issues. We cook our own breakfast. We cook our own brunch. We drink a bunch of cold ones. Is there something wrong with drinking cold ones? Is it any health risk? Is any health risk of drinking cold ones, popping the top and drinking cold ones?
No, I mean, I'm saying this. Do what you do. I'm just saying do what you do. But I'm saying at the same time, when you say other people have to be cautious, I mean, but you put yourself out there. So let's just say the person who prepared your oysters today, they had COVID and they spread it to you through that. And then you come back home, then you can't be mad at them because you put yourself at risk.
Man, don't give me all that if I had a fifth, I'd be drunk. If I had a fifth, I'd be drunk. So if this, if that,
you probably are drunk then.
I get it. When we first came into the house, our significant others sanitized this whole place. They sanitized this whole place inside and out. First thing we did when we came in here. They prepared the food. They wear their masks. They sit up there. They cook. They wash their hands over and over again and all that type of stuff. So they did everything that was supposed to be done for them, and we're self-quarantined doing it. So that's a formula. We had a designated plan from
Did
months
you
ago.
disinfect the place that you ate at?
Excuse me. See, you keep going back to that. You keep going back
I'm
to
just
that.
asking a question.
Did you ride the short bus in high school? I mean, what,
No,
why you keep,
I graduated salutatorian.
man, I don't know what happened to you, man. I don't know, man.
I wasn't just an athlete. I was academically inclined as well.
He was.
Well, you acting like you borderline retarded on this show, because every time I try to tell you something, you come with some different stuff. I don't get it.
Woo!
I think you just don't want to get it.
Sharita, can you give me something else to talk about? Tell me, give me something.
Where?
Can we go to the dog incident?
Yeah, please. Let's go to the dog incident, y'all.
Terry, I
y'all
don't know if you've seen this or not. Sharita, you want to set this up?
Okay, so all I can say, this is all I'm gonna say, and y'all watch this video. You did what?
Who?
You
Who
just
did
missed
something?
you missed the freaking intro. Go on, play the
Whoa.
video. Just play the video.
Hold on.
We need an audio person, cause he ain't catching cues or nothing.
Look here, let me tell y'all something. Cue it up again.
You did what?
Hey, get out there too.
I just want to show that dog, man. I just want to show that.
Oh. I'm like, oh,
Yeah. What big the dog is?
oh, we can get through that gate. Go. Get it.
Stop running, Nana. Go over there. No.
You can't get out right now.
No.
Lord have mercy. Get your ass in this house.
What in the hell was that?
Did you see what he did, Terry?
Look,
That was some of the crazy stuff I ever saw. It was so much stuff going on that video. I'm trying to figure out what.
the main thing is the guy didn't grab his daughter and put her on the car in safety and out of harm's way.
He jumped up on the car, running from the dog, and left the child.
That ain't no pre-recorded footage, is it? Is that real?
That was real. A pit bull.
That was real. The only reason I showed it, the child didn't get harmed or anything. Nobody got harmed or anything. That's the only reason why I showed it. But I'm saying, I want to know what the guy was thinking, that his daughter is right there with him, and he jumped on the. I'm assuming it's his daughter or child or whoever it is. He jumped on the car without making sure she was safe first.
Left her.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we're hollering at her. Stop crying, Nana. Stop crying, Nana. Be quiet.
And still didn't get off the car and get her or pull her up on the car. He telling her to go around the other vehicle.
That's crazy.
I mean,
Y'all
some
tell
stuff just.
Y'all tell me in the comments what y'all think about that video. This is crazy.
Wow.
What would you do? We all know what we may or may not do in this situation, but what would you do if that was your child and that dog got loose? What would be your first instinct?
Well, keep in mind, that's easier said than done. A lot of us can sit up there and criticize it, man. How many of us would have did the same thing out of pure reaction? Out of pure reaction.
He had time to yank that girl by her arm and pull her up on that car just as he got on that car.
I get that. That's a different thing. What I'm saying is, what would your initial reaction be? Put yourself in that spot. Don't sit up there and criticize this man of what he did. You know, think about if you were in that spot. You know, it's hard to sit up there and comment on something until you put in that situation. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing, and I ain't gonna lie to you. If it was me, I probably would have jumped on the car first too. Just out of pure.
But you still would have
I hope Kennedy listening to this show today.
right.
I hope your daughter Kennedy Marie Faces by Ken. I hope she listening to this show and heard what you just said. I hope your wife listening in right now, because what is that with you and your wife?
I hope she is too, because if she was smart, she would have jumped on the damn car with me at the same time.
That's another adult. We're talking about a child, and the baby screaming. He had time to pull that baby up with him.
I agree. I'm not saying that. I'm saying his initial reaction to jump up there is what I'm saying. I'm saying a lot of us would have probably did the same thing and realized, oh shit, I left my child. Let me try to get him. I get that.
But he ain't do that.
I can't agree with that. I'm gonna say this. I hope I'm never in that position then, because if I'm in that position and that's what I do, I feel.
Okay, we have a comment, and the comment is my instinct as well. Cheryl says my instinct would have been to grab the baby and jump on top of the car.
Well,
I mean,
like I said,
I think he pushed the baby out the way and jumped on top of the car.
It kind of looked like he did.
He did.
Well, I mean, and again, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I respect that. But again,
so Terry, you would have did what he did.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know until you put in that.
Like the dude.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You don't know until you're actually put in that position. It's easy to say hindsight is 2020, and this is what I would have did if that would have happened. I'm saying if you get put in a situation that you're not expected to be in at that point in time, you don't know how you're going to react. You would hope you would react the right way, but we're all different. We're all human. We're all different. I'm not, just because you would do it a certain way, don't mean I would do it a certain way. That make it right or wrong.
I just know. Well, you're
right.
No,
that do make it wrong. That do make it wrong, because he brought that little girl into that situation, so he's responsible for anything that happened to her. So anything happened to her, it's on him. So if he responsible, his first instinct should have been to protect her. So no.
Well, don't change the narrative. Don't change the narrative again.
Oh, there we go. Man, I'm changing the narrative.
Number one, ladies and gentlemen, the guy was dead wrong. He was dead wrong. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. What I'm telling you is put yourself in that situation. I always hate to hear people get in conversations and give people advice or give their opinions about something they've never had to do or never been a part of. How can you give me advice to tell me what to do if you never were in that situation? So if I was married, how are you going to tell me how to treat my wife, but you ain't never been married? So you can't, unless you're in those situations, you can't tell me nothing.
We have a comment, and the comment says, when you have children, you react differently. And you do. You do. We talking about the child and the pit bull and, of course, his fear. Yes, his first instinct was to protect himself. Yes. But he still at no point thought about that baby except to tell her, shut up.
And again, he's wrong. He's wrong. No, you have no questions and qualms from me.
I'd have just been Ada. I'm saying, I know for sure. I can say with 100% certainty that dog would have had to have bitten me before he would have got that baby.
Before I'm gonna let him bite that child. Exactly, and that's my point.
He'd have had to bit me. My back, I would have caught. I would have put myself over the baby. She'd have had her arm dislocated. Her hair would have came up out of her head because I'd have pulled her by a ponytail, backpack, arm, something. But she was going to get up on that car with me.
Yeah, I agree with you. So I'm taking it, this guy's really catching it wherever he is or wherever he stays. That's not local.
I'm sure he's catching.
Yeah,
he should be.
I think I saw. I was trying to pull it up. Yeah, he catching pretty hell.
And the whole thing is, I feel like when you him and the child just walking down the street, he don't know the child or whatever, hey, that might be a different situation. He brought that child to see that
Look at
particular
the
dog.
Sure did.
And when the dog got out, he bailed on her. When I was watching, I was like, I hope it's some kind of funny skit or something that they doing, and they gonna laugh it off at the end. But it seemed like that was real. And I mean, I don't, Terry. I mean, you got kids, so I can't even see how you defending this guy in any kind of way and saying that if I was in this position, you saying you agree, but then you defending him at the same time.
No, I'm not defending them. I'm saying that you just don't know how you would sit up there and react. And then don't tell me, because I know as far as my kids are concerned, I'm just saying a slight part of me, it could be, if it happened at time, to jump on top of there, and then I'll say, oh shit, I forgot my daughter within a matter of a couple seconds, and tried to grab my daughter or son or whatever. I'm just saying.
He holding her hand when he walked up to the gate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. Now I say this. Now I agree with you. I'm gonna tell you what. Now here go a situation where I'm gonna say this. If we in some water, then I already told my kids. I already told. Look, no. I'm finna tell you. I already told my kids. In a situation like that, you on your own, because I know I can't save you. So I don't like going around water with my kids. I never have, even when they were little babies and stuff like that. We used to go to the swimming pool. I used to be so, look, y'all better stay down here. I'm telling you now, don't float your little butt down there. And I'm telling you right now, in a situation like that, I might second guess myself in that water, but on that land, that dog gonna have to tear my ass up before I let something happen to my kids. In the water, kids, y'all, your ass on your own, and they'll tell you, they know. That was the first conversation we had every time we went to the swimming pool.
All these couples up here, we go out there on the beach, they go out there and go to swimming, and like I told them, somebody got to live to tell the story. And that person that's going to live to tell the story is going to be me. I'm going to tell you how great you were and how good of a dad you were or how good of a mom you were and all. Oh, I could do all of that. But they know one thing without a shadow of a doubt. There's three things that are for sure: death, taxes, and me not coming out there and save your ass if you go out there in that water. So
I thought the third thing was the Cowboys beating the Giants.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. That's 3A and 3B. You're right.
3A and 3B. Yeah. Look, now we finally agree on something. I'm telling you right now. It's gonna be a moment of hesitation if I gotta jump in that water and say, I'm telling you right now, if I'm gonna try to find something. I'm gonna exhaust all measures before I jump in that water for you. I'm just being honest, but I always let my kids know that ahead of time. So as a safety precaution, So
we all agree to put him on a jackass ball for what he did.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, he definitely got to go. And to your point, Terry, I tried to rationalize what his thinking was, and just based on him actually being, it ain't like she was like, "Come on, Daddy, let me see this dog over here." He took her over there to see the dog, so he knew the dangers of that. And I mean, I just at first I was thinking, well, maybe he just got a fear of dogs himself. But if that was the case, why would he be taking her over there to see the dog? So I couldn't analyze it any kind of way. And, I feel sorry for the guy, because I know in hindsight and looking back, he has to feel bad about that. But I mean,
I don't know, the days we living in now, he might not. He might still he might be one of them dudes. She should have jumped up there with me. You never know.
I hope he wasn't talking like that on the internet, on Facebook or social media, because I'm sure they had a ball with him.
He ain't on Facebook if he did that. I think the lady whose dog it was, the one who ran out there, she didn't seem too concerned about it, because she didn't run out there. She just kind of took her time and went out there. And you can see toward the end of the clip, on the second part of the clip, where the dog was wagging his tail. So that's a sign that he wasn't attacking. He wasn't, You know, he sounded
But
like when he went through that gate. When he climbed on
that's
that.
that's
Oh,
exactly.
so when a dog wags his tail, that means that they're friendly. Is that what you're telling me? Because I don't know.
Yes, when a dog wags his tail, that means they're not being aggressive. Now, if that tail is pointed straight out, they mean they serious. So that's
Oh,
something to look for.
let me write
And
that
the
down.
other, yeah, and the other thing, you know, a dog can smell fear. So if you scared, they know you scared. If you kind of stand up to them a little bit, they'll back down more than likely.
And see,
So
that's why I don't play with folk with dogs. I don't care if your dog this big or that big. I don't play with your dog because they always want to say, "Oh, he ain't gonna bite. He ain't gonna bite you. You don't know what he gonna do to me." So I ain't gonna come to your house if you one of them people that ain't gonna put your dog up because that's your right. That's your dog house. I ain't coming in.
You like me, Sharita? I don't do it. When they tell me, "Oh, he ain't gonna bite," I said they don't have teeth, then, don't they?
Hmm.
So if they got
I,
teeth, they'll bite. So
thank you.
I go to my brother's house all the time, and he know the routine. All I gotta do is point that finger. He know to put them dogs up. I don't play around like that. I'm not an animal lover. To all you animal lovers out there, nothing against them and all that. I just don't prefer to be around them. I mean, I can do a fish or something like that, but that's about it.
I did see where the lady the owner of the dog, she said her dog wouldn't like loves children, so that's why, uh, thankfully, he didn't attack the baby because she said he's just a big baby, but she said her dog loved children but hate adults, and that's why he was after that man.
So let me ask you a question. I got a question. So how was this videotape? So that's why I was asking, was this a real
Her
video? Because who
her cam
videotaped this?
her security camera.
yeah, it was
Oh,
on her
okay.
security cameras. Yeah.
Mm. He didn't know her. He was just, oh, we finna go look at the dog. And she came out because, it's probably an alert probably went to her phone that somebody was outside.
So
Because
why would she leak it? So why would she leak the video? I'm still confused.
oh, she was probably leaking it to show how much of a coward he was and how he
Oh,
left
okay.
that baby.
No, I don't think she basically was letting everybody know her dog don't play, don't come in her
Was a
house, don't mess around in her yard. I think that's what in the little statement she was saying. She just wanted to let everybody know that the little girl didn't get hurt. Nobody got hurt or anything like that.
hmm
Yeah. Okay.
And
Well,
they did get
we have
the
go ahead, Terry. I mean, dear.
I said, yeah, and she did say that the fence, they repaired the fence or whatever in that area. But like I was telling Sharita earlier, that wasn't the first time that dog went through that fence because he got out of there too easily. So I don't know if that's his little escape, to get in and out of the yard or whatever. I hope that wasn't the case, but that dog too big to be getting out running around without any supervision.
So we got a comment from Monica, and she says, Sharita, you were around Debo. Debo was her dog. Yeah, I was around Debo. He was 37,000 years old, and he had no teeth in his mouth. So I had no problem with Debo. Debo didn't bark at me. So I figured I could be around Debo. But I know dogs that I ain't finna be around. And God rest Debo's soul because he died soon after.
Look, we all been over Ursula house. I ain't mess with Doobie.
Doobie, if Doobie, if Doobie wasn't in that doggone cage, I wasn't coming to her house. I don't care how much
Shout
of
out
a
to
baby
Ursula.
she was.
What's up, Ursula? Yeah,
Hey,
every,
brown eyes.
everything on Doobie was bigger than anything on me.
I know,
Everything.
right?
Everything.
So it
And
was
I
rest,
think, look, I think that's why Ursula called him Mr. Doobie. He wasn't Doobie. He was Mr. Doobie. You better, you
Mr.
better,
Doobie.
Mr.
you better show him
Doobie.
some respect.
Rest
You
in
want me
peace
to
to
put
Mr. Doobie.
rest in peace, Doobie. You want me to put him up? Yeah, if you don't mind, please. He
Sure
ain't gonna
did.
do nothing. Okay, I know.
Mm-mm.
He was a cool little dog. He'll sit over there in the corner, wouldn't bother nobody. But I felt much safer when he was in that cage, though. I gotta admit.
To me, Mr. Doobie was Cujo. I don't care. He was Cujo to
I
me.
wasn't I wasn't taking no chances. I promise you I wasn't.
And his cage was so big over Ursula House. I mean, his cage was as tall as the one that the University of Memphis Tigers put their tiger in.
I know, right?
I mean, he had a huge cage.
Now she gonna get you when she see this show.
Yeah, she gonna get it. Yeah.
She should be watching it right now.
Rest in
Yeah,
peace,
she's
Mr.
supposed
Davis.
to be
What's up,
watching.
Ursula?
I know Ursula had a hard year. She couldn't host that many pool parties this year. I saw she had a couple times this year. She had a few people over, but normally 3 or 4 times during the summer, Ursula had everybody over for a little pool party or pool invite, and with everything going on, she kind of.
But I can assure you one thing. I bet you she was practicing all her social distancing and keeping her stuff sanitized. That's just the way she do it. So I'm sure it was done in a very nice and elegant way as always.
Yeah, I
Oh,
do
yeah.
believe. I think she even took temperatures.
She probably did. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ursula Houston.
Shout out to Ursula.
We're gonna get on some advertising here too, here shortly.
Yeah. Yeah, let me do that reminder, everybody. If you are interested in doing some advertising, please go. You can send an email to, is it In the Clutch?
In the Clutch Podcast at gmail.com.
Are you running
up here for you?
Yeah, we're going to put the link up for you. I want to thank everybody that called in, tried to call in. We're going to have this figured out and working for y'all next week. We switched to Saturday because, let me do this. Which way? Them folks are football fans. And, of course, this is a sports talk show. So, ain't going to be no Sunday shows, y'all.
We can't tell you what's going on when the stuff is happening right there at the same time. And plus, nobody come before my Cowboys. My mom, dad, kids.
Nobody.
Nobody. So, I mean, it is what it is. And I'm sure the majority of the audience is going to be doing exactly what we're talking about doing, is staying glued to that TV. And the good thing about it is we're going to come at you guys at some Mondays or some Tuesdays where we can sit up there and talk about what happened on Sundays and Mondays games. We may come to you sometimes during the week, like on Wednesday or Thursdays, to preview the Thursday night football and the upcoming games for Sunday. So you're still going to see us around a lot. We just are not going to be doing it on Sundays.
Yeah.
Terry, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something right quick. You're on an airplane, and the little air things come down because cabin pressure loss. You gonna put your mask on first, or you gonna help your wife put hers on?
Well, if you really want to know the truth, when the airline stewardess talk, she's talking to all of us. So I'm assuming that my wife heard what I heard. So I would assume that she would be putting her mask on while I'm putting mine on. That's what I would assume.
Let me tell you what you're supposed to do. You're actually supposed to put yours on first.
Your mask on first. Yeah, you really are. I wanted to catch him up and see what he was going to say.
I knew what he was going to say.
Hey, one thing I'll say about Terry, if he don't do nothing else, he keep it real.
Real, all the way real, baby.
Hey, you guys, we almost out of time. We try to stay on this 1 hour time frame, so we don't want to bore anybody. We had some good conversations. We'd have had the phone call, the call-ins. We probably would have stayed on a little longer. So we're gonna get ready to close this thing out. I was kind of waiting on my guy, JC. I wanted him to send out a comment. Did he comment?
He's on the comment. JC. He just came back on. What you want him to do? Tell him he on there.
Yeah, I just told him to put up a comment so I can post it. I just want to make sure you guys, if y'all not doing nothing tomorrow, check out their podcast. Their podcast on Facebook Live, Essential AF Podcast. They come on Sundays at 6 p.m. I forgot what the topic was this week. Something about guys being able to handle a strong-minded woman. Something to that effect.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It's my guy JC, and he a fellow Cowboy fan. So get out there and watch it. Just for that alone, he's going to entertain
It ain't none but Cowboy fans on here.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No, Daryl's not. But what I'm saying is, well, he's interested by itself just by saying he's a Cowboy fan, and he's been doing this thing a long time. JC been in the the broadcasting business for some years. So have some good, interesting topics. Just telling you that alone. Just look at the show. You'll be glad you did.
Yeah, and normally I be at work, so I don't actually get a chance to watch it, but I have it on my phone and I listen to the whole show pretty much. That get me through my little hour, my first hour of work. And it's all I've watched. I think I've listened to 3 or 4 shows. All of them have been fun, interesting. I laughed, So if you guys get a chance, check them out.
I got an idea. How about after these first week 1 games? How about what about we come on here Tuesday or Wednesday and let's get JC on the line, and going to be a special guest to come over and let's talk about the games after week 1. How about that?
Yeah, we can do that. And for you, Terry, I forgot to tell you this. Taylor May said, be ready tomorrow because she got a fire lineup. She thinks she gonna spank you in fantasy tomorrow.
Well, just tell her from the great boxer on Harlem Nights, don't take this ass whipping personally.
Y'all, please don't forget to go and subscribe to YouTube channel. And like I said, if you are interested in advertising, send us an email. It's scrolling there. And we enjoyed y'all today.
And with that, we're out of here. Don't
double click.
Y'all go somewhere. Just other people go somewhere.
Take care.